that sort of idea that you're an Islamophobe or that you hate Muslims or that you don't have a right to speak because you don't have enough knowledge or the genetic code to speak on these issues was something that was exclusively towards non-Muslims about up until the last 10 years. And now that same argument is being applied to people like me, to Muslims who have been born and bred Muslims, who have studied the faith. Oh, it's like, if you don't have the right opinion, if you don't have the right sort of colleagues or the right funding sources or the right look or whatever you name it, if you don't check off all these boxes, you're officially you're not Muslim, you're takfired, you're an Islamophobe, you're doing this for the wrong reasons. And that to me is more dangerous than just saying, oh, Islamophobia. And I experienced it today. If you go to my Twitter, at Shireen Kadosi on Twitter, you see the conversation that I had with Mubin Sheikh, who's a radical turned counterterrorism expert, which is basically going from an Al-Qaeda affiliation to a Muslim Brotherhood affiliation, because he's still as much of an Islamist. And you see a professor called Mia Bloom, and that exchange there shows you exactly what I mean. And that is that this sort of ability to have this dialogue is taken and locked away in an ivory tower, that it's more like the tower in Lord of the Rings, where you can't go up there and you can't talk about it unless you subscribe to that sort of vicious ideology, which is so different from when any religion started out. When we talk about the prophets, no prophet had an education. They were illiterate. When Islam itself was politicized, it was politicized because of scholars like Mia Bloom, for example, where they talk about the most contorted understandings of Islam, and they indoctrinate that, which is how we have political Islam today. And so that sort of behavior, that you can't have an opinion unless you have a certain degree, you can't have an opinion unless you have the right opinion, or unless you have all the certificates, it is such a violation of faith. It's like me going to some village in Pakistan and telling that person, that woman who's being abused, that man who's been indoctrinated, that you don't have a right to think or say anything because you don't have a piece of paper. And that, to me, is vile. It's vile.